Okay, let's just start today's problem, 125, valid palindrome. The definition of a palindrome based on the Wikipedia article, it's a sequence of characters which reads the same backwards as forwards. The example here is madam. If you read from left to right, it's madam. From right to left, it's also madam. The example for this question here, a man playing a canoe at Panama. That's from left to right. If you read from right to left, it's a man, a plane, a canal, Panama. So yeah, it's indeed the same from left to right and right to left. So in the case of this particular question, we are ignoring anything that's not alphanumeric, and we also consider empty string to be a valid palindrome. So that might just cover some kind of edge cases that note there. So the way to solve this is pretty straightforward. If we are human to solve this, we will look at the left one and the rightmost one to see whether they are the same or not, and try to find the next left alphanumeric character, and also try to find the corresponding next alphanumeric character from the right, and just checking whether these two are the same, and just repeat this whole process. So we'll have two pointers pointing at the leftmost left next available alphanumeric character. The right pointer points to the next alphanumeric character from the right, and just checking whether these two are the same or not. If we find a not match, then we return false. Otherwise, we just keep advancing these two pointers towards the middle until they met in the middle. If they met in the middle, then we pretty much matched the whole left part and the right part, and that at that time we can safely return true, saying that the string is indeed a valid palindrome. So that's the algorithm. Let's code this up. It should be pretty straightforward. So we start with the left pointer at the 0 location. The right is the last location. So while these two pointers haven't met with each other yet, we should try to find the next alphanumerical character from the left. So while left is less than right, and the character is not alphanumeric, we should advance it towards right, and we do the same thing to the right pointer. But in this case, we're doing decrementation. We decrement the decrement by 1. And once we grab the two characters we need to compare, we just compare them. So we should ignoring the case. An easy way to do that is just cast these two to both to lowercase. So if they are not equal, we should return false. Otherwise, we should just updating the pointers. And when we reach the middle, we basically done the searching. We should safely return true. So let's see if we have any problems with this code. We start from left and right. We working towards the middle. In every iteration of the while loop, we always try to identify the two elements from left and right that is alphanumeric, and we do this comparison. If it's okay, we keep going to the next iteration. Otherwise, we just return false. If nothing happens, no contradiction happened inside this while loop, then we must safely met the middle. Then we return true. If this is the case that there is nothing, it's totally empty, we are not gonna even executing anything in the while loop. So that's the empty string case. We should always return true. So it looks good to me. Let's submit. and it works. Just somehow it's using more. It's not 100% of the space. It's kind of strange because I don't see any extra space being allocated for this problem. Yeah. But anyway, you should always analyzing your algorithm by looking at the code rather than relying on this. Some of the solution that I saw would actually process the string once. That's one pass, a linear time pass through the string to strip out any alphanumeric characters, and also casting everything to lowercase. You may argue that the new string that created out of that is constant. It's a linear space, and you are essentially doing two n operations, because you have to this parsing one and the equal checking. So it might actually be faster compared to what I coded up here, but just be prepared to explain why you need, why you think you need to clean the string first. If it's okay with the interviewer, then I guess it's okay. Yeah, so that's basically my solution to this question.